Hi guys, hope you're all having a good day. Today I wanted to do a Natalie Portman inspired Valentine's Day look. She usually wears kind of a dark brown smoky eye, but very sheer. It isn't like blocky dark brown, it's just a wash of dark brown. I just kind of looked at a bunch of pictures and I'm gonna kind of combine, and hopefully you guys are able to try it out, so keep watching. So today I'm going to start with skin. No reason other than the fact that I've been breaking out and I don't really want anybody looking at my pimples the whole video, so we're just going to get that out of the way. I applied my Becca Resurfacing primer, and I'm going to be using Clinique Even Better foundation. My color is 25 bucks. I'm looking at a mirror, in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. So I'll just make sure it's blended nicely at the hairline. I'm going to move on to eyes now, and I'm going to prime my eyes with my Mercier eye base. And then rub it in with my finger. This one's good because it's got color in it, so it knocks out a lot of my veins and discoloration. Then whatever is left on my finger, I run it underneath my eye, along my eyelashes. Next I'm going to take a mixture of the same NYX eyeliner slash eyebrow pencils that I used from previous videos. Like I mentioned in my tips video, Kohls are made to be a little bit smudgier, and that's why they're good to use as a base like this. I'm going to take my finger and shear that and blend that out now. Now, Natalie Portman, a lot of times her eyeshadow comes into this inner corner right here at an angle towards the front of her eyebrow there. So I'm going to take the lighter one and just do a couple little dashes there and bring that color up into that corner a bit. So be careful not to bring it in, like straight in right here. We're going up. Now the reason I'm using these eyeliners is to give the eyeshadow that I'm going to use a little bit darker base. So as it wears in the day, it stays better because it's already got that darkness underneath. And it just helps with darker color sometimes to put a darker base under. So the first base I used was just to cancel out my veins. I'm going to put the mixture of both of these pencils under the eye. Bring that all the way in. She usually has that darkness all the way around her eye. And take the dark one now. It's good to have a rag with you if you're doing a lot of finger work, so then you can wipe your fingers after everything, so you're not making a mess. Basically, it's like you're just clean blending tool after everything you do. So smudge that out, and then what you can do is wipe your finger off, so you're not adding more color onto this side. You just got a clean finger again, and then go to this side. So in most of her looks, I've seen like a triangle shape. That dark color continues out to the side, out towards the temple. The bottom of your lash line, the lowest part in the middle there, it kind of goes straight from there. So kind of out to the side like this. So the main shape is the dark browns come up here dip back down to where your crease is, and then start coming out to the side in a triangle, and then coming back under. So next, I am going to use a big fluffy brush. I'm going to show you why and how you can make it work. This is a dark, cool brown, and it looks scary, but just trust me. So I'm going to smoosh it in like this, so lots of those hairs all the way around get it. And then I'm either going to take a rag and pat it off, or my hand, which I do most of the time. So I go like that, flick most of it off, and then start just splooshing it on. There's not much product. The only product is mainly in the bristles more. And so as you are blending, you start pushing a little bit harder. So at the beginning, you're light and going around where we just did that darkness. And then you start pushing harder. If it is too difficult, or if you are sure you're going to make a mess, you can use something smaller like this. This is a 217, and same thing, sploosh it in. Either take a rag or your hand, but I do think it's going to be harder to blend. But see, there's not much on that brush there. And then you can do the same thing, just start light and then go harder as you go on. Just go on top of the dark spots that we did with the pencil. But one thing you can do first, just to kind of guarantee that it won't get everywhere, is take either a face powder or a nude eyeshadow that's your skin tone. And so take it and then, you know, wipe off most of it and hit the spots that we didn't do with that dark brown. So right this here, the arch there, take a little bit more, wipe it off. This inner corner, you know, it went, the dark brown went right here, so I'm going to hit under it, more the real tear duct area. And you could take a little and hit it under. What this big brush will do is it gives it more of a fuzzy effect. So for some looks that can kind of give it a mess, but this look is a hazy look. It is just a wash of color. It's nothing precise, it's nothing detailed. So that's what this brush would be good for, in my opinion. So I'm going to hit that inner spot a little bit, and just really lightly, so that we're only using the very tips instead of the whole circumference. So I'm lightly pulling up towards that inner part there, and then in the middle of the eye, keep it under that crease there, and then here, just flick it out to nothing. So it starts on your skin and then it stops touching your skin. Take a little bit more and wipe it off. So that wiping off is going to keep you from applying too much. If you apply too much and then you go to move it around, you might have like a circle of color there, and that is sometimes really hard to blend out. I forgot to mention too, this is a matte cool brown. And like I've said before, mattes are known to be harder to blend out. So now you can either take your black one, smush it, and then whatever's left on the brush, I'm not adding any. You can do that, or you can take your little 217, which had a little bit on. There. Okay, so like I said before, we'll bring it out towards the temple a little bit more, not up and out this way, but more to the side and out. Okay, so it should look something like this. Darker in those corners there, broad out to the sides, underneath, then just thicker on this outer corner here. So if you haven't already, now you would take your powder, your matte skin colored powder, and just hit the arches above your eye and then the inner corners there, just to keep that bright. Now I'm going to do eyebrows, and her eyebrows are usually quite natural, so, and they're very straight. I'm going to try to straighten mine out a little bit, but you don't have to. Just do your eyebrows how you normally do, but keep them light and natural. Sometimes she wears black eyeliner, And when she does, she usually has a little baby flick on the end, so I'm going to do that. I'm not going to bring it all the way in, just basically where the majority of my eyelashes end, so kind of like 3/4 of the way. The color on my lid isn't quite right, so I have this other eyeshadow here. It's another matte. It's by Joe, which is like the superstore brand makeup. Color Espresso, and I'm going to do the same thing. So if you have harsh lines that you need help blending with, you can wipe off your big fluffy brush and either try and scrub along the edges, and I keep wiping onto my rag just to keep it clean so we're not spreading dark brown everywhere. And then if it's still not blended very nice, then you can either take your, here it is, that same face powder or that nude color and do the same thing, tap it, swipe it off, and hit some of those edges. Tap, swipe, and it will really help to blend everything out. Okay, so it's starting to look a little dark, but I promise you once mascara is on, it'll change the whole thing. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply my mascara. Next I'm going to conceal. I got an orangey one. You don't have to do this, but the orangey one is just for my darker areas that I have a little bit of problem concealing, and then the other one is just for everywhere else. Here's the orangey one, and I have a problem, like that's my darker area right there, so I put the orange one there. And then just the normal kind of neutral one. You use that for everywhere else. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to blend that all in. So I take the pointy side and I'm going to go under there, but not too close because I don't want to disturb that. Next I'm going to set my foundation with my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC20, and then I'll contour and blush after. I prefer cream contouring, but my skin is so bad right now that the way you have to buff cream in to the skin, I think it's just going to move all the concealer and then it'll just expose all my spots again. So I'm going to set it with the powder and then I'll just do the powder contour. Now I'm patting, same reason, I don't want to move any concealer or anything because I did have so many problem areas today, and I just don't want to disturb anything, so I'm just lightly patting. I'm going to start with NYX Blush in Taupe. I'm just using a little fluffy angled brush, grabbing a little bit at a time, going from the top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth, but not going, only going about this far on the face. For blush, the closest color I have is from Lancome, and it is Delicate Oil-Free Powder Blush in Cedar Rose, and I'm just going to kind of follow that contour and then bring it up a little bit, so kind of a triangle. Bring it up right there and then back with the contour. Bring it up at the front, so I'm going to use Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the liquid one, in Opal, and then just hit the cheekbones. She's usually got glow on the inner corner there, so I'm going to do that. Got a little brush, and then whatever was left on my hand. And just do that along the bottom. Up on the lid there too. I'm going to take the same watercolor eyeshadow. What is this? Josie Maran coconut water eyeshadow in rose gold. So thought I'd do all the highlighting at the same time, but Natalie sometimes wears lashes, sometimes she doesn't. She seems to wear lashes when she has eyeliner on. You could do individuals or you could do little corner lashes. I'm going to use Ardel 301s, just little half lashes. I'm going to put those on just so you can see the full effect, and then I'll be right back. So hopefully you could tell the difference that those lashes made. Just added a little bit of length in the outer corner. Sometimes she has a nude color in the waterline, so I'm going to do that. Tarte emphasEYES Inner Rim Brightener Pencil. Use concealer on my lips to blank them out completely, and then I just did this gloss by Faces. It's the brand Ultra Lip Plump, but the color is Wish, and it's like a reddy but brownie but nude. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. It seemed like a lot of work, and you know, it looked a little bit heavy at times, but I'm sure you can see now that it is just a really natural and beautiful look. It's just so pretty and so flattering without looking anywhere near overboard. Let me know what you want to see next, or you know, what I can do, what I can change, what I can do to help make this better for you. Explain things better, different angles. Just let me know. Hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I'll talk to you later.